Audio down a little bit. I had it set up for my weekdays when I had to whisper. Good morning to you. It is 8:01 on a Sunday morning. I'm First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk, where we get together just about every day, 7 days a week, if we can help it, chatting about what's going on in the world of weather, what's going on in life, and all of those fun things. So anyway, I hope you're having a great start to the day. It is just a little bit foggy. Want to take you to a live look on our tower cam perspective, see what's doing. This is a shot. I showed this a moment ago. This is looking toward Altamont Springs. It is a gray start to the day. Let me head over to the downtown Orlando shot. It's actually improving here in downtown Orlando just a little bit. And over to the World Center where it is not. This is just straight up pea soup. And this is actually one of the locations where we're watching that particularly thick fog. So that said, there is some visibility issues we want to make sure you're aware of. No dense fog. Just making sure. No dense fog advisories are posted across Central Florida. Here's a look at the visibility map. Kissimmee, a quarter-mile visibility. That's pea soup, and we saw it there on our tower cam perspective. Same thing down to Winter Haven. So if your travels take you southbound on the 417 or westbound on I-4, that is an area of concern, just something to keep in mind. But notice in Orlando, it's a little lower, but it's not too bad. And then of course, further to the north, things are not too bad. The good news is we are going to be getting some sunshine today. I know it's our Sunday. We want to have a great forecast. So we're hoping that we get the sun, and we do. First warning Doppler radar, actually pretty quiet, all things considered. Let me zoom over here to Brevard County where we're watching one little shower right over Satellite Beach. The heaviest of the rain kind of working off the shoreline, as you can see very clearly there. I'll kind of lapse it. There it goes. That said, there is more rain coming into Brevard County from Indian River County, Floridana Beach, Palm Bay. You're going to be up Malabar. You'll be up next to see some of this rainfall marching in your direction. Not strong or severe, but this is going to be a pretty good little downpour here. And as it continues to kind of work on through, it'll fade and it'll be done and over with. Nancy says it's very foggy this morning. I'm on the road getting Bianca from school for the holidays, University of Florida in Gainesville. You better not be texting and driving, my dear. We need you safe, okay? All right, let's head out west and see what's doing. Our live radar showing some showers kind of working in from the Gulf of Mexico, Cedar Key, getting over toward Crystal River. All of our communities out along the Nature Coast will be watching these showers moving in. The good news is that the air mass is stable enough so that you notice, as these showers kind of make their way in, as they approach Crystal River and Dunellen, these showers are kind of fading. That's good news. That means that we shouldn't have too much of a problem, at least early in the day. And that's actually what we're forecasting as well. Let me share with you here what's doing. Here's your 12-hour forecast. This is the big one. This is the idea of the day, your snapshot of the day. Starting off with the cloud cover. Once that burns off, we'll be able to see some sun shining, about 80 degrees or so for your lunch temperature. 83 the high in the metro, and we'll go up to about a 10, 20, 30% coverage of showers around. So yeah, not too bad. Tammy, I will chat about that in just a couple of minutes. I do want to at least, I'll chat about yesterday. I made that post and I want to make sure to be honest with all of you guys and gals about what that was about. So we'll talk about it in a couple of minutes, but I do want to do my job, which is to start off your morning hopefully on a level of education when it comes to the overall weather forecast. Let's take a look at the wider perspective, okay? So we know that there's going to be some showers around Central Florida. Wider perspective, not too bad if you've got travel plans across the country. There is that cold front that's marching our direction. Let's take a closer inspection. You can see it's bringing some heavier rainfall to the southeastern United States. And frankly, it's even bringing some inclement weather to the mid-Atlantic and into the northeast. So that said, what about travel plans? Well, for right now, the good news is the National Airspace System is actually looking very good. We're not really troubled by any kind of weather conditions. We take a closer inspection in the busy Northeast corridor, and flights are coming and going with no problem whatsoever. That may not continue, though, as we get more storms marching into our area the next couple of days. So let's just talk about the overall weather picture, okay? So here we are for today, all right? We're starting the day off nice. Through the day, as this front works our direction, it's going to bring the opportunity for more and more showers. Then as that front moves out, we get a bit of a milder setup. Tomorrow, not quite as warm, but then again, we're going to start watching out in the Gulf of Mexico a storm system. And as that storm system develops, it marches our direction. And Tuesday, my friends, I think may very well be an interesting weather day. And when I say that, that usually does not mean sunshine and beautiful stuff. That usually means inclement weather, and that's exactly what I think this is going to do. Storm system from the Gulf of Mexico marching our direction. Given the kind of overall pattern, the jet streak, the energy in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, I would say that during the day on Tuesday, there is the potential to see some strong or severe weather, okay? It's not a guarantee. It's not... What it is kind of an overall look. Now, the Storm Prediction Center is tying into that. They're looking at everything, and they're saying that there is a level 1 out of 5 risk, or an isolated risk for strong to severe storms. And yes, that does include our area, okay? So what does a level 1 risk mean? This is the definition from the Storm Prediction Center. It means that out of all the showers and storms that march our direction, 1 or 2 of those isolated by themselves, not a bunch, just 1 or 2, may get into the strong or severe side, which means winds over 58 miles an hour, which means a low-end threat for tornadoes, and which could mean hail. Of course, does that play out this way? Not really. But I think that there is a low-end threat. So let's do this. We are talking about Futurecast, right? Let's do this. Let's take a look at Futurecast through the next couple of days. Give me a second to find it. All right, so this is beta Futurecast. First off, let's just, before we even do that, let's just do operational Futurecast for today. That way we're all on the same token. All right, so here we are, late morning. You can see some of those showers marching into our western areas. Okay, I'll bring it full for you. You can see some of those showers marching into our western areas late morning, while at the same time seeing some of these showers over along our east coast. From there, watch out through early afternoon. We get the actual front marching in, 3, 4 o'clock, and what that's going to do right here, bubble up even more showers. So 5, 6 o'clock, scattered showers, meaning not just 1 or 2, but several scattered showers around Central Florida. That's this afternoon, and then of course continuing through sunset, the rains begin to fade. We'll keep a couple of coastal showers around, okay? All right, so that's a look at what's going on first and foremost. After that, which one would be good? No, that's not. Let me find kind of a longer. I don't know that you're going to go. Oh, okay, you do. All right, so here's your Monday. Starting off nice, we've got the clouds. Notice through the day, though, Monday, we start to see more and more of those showers marching in as that storm system approaches us, okay? Then beyond that, we can switch over to our long-range Futurecast. And there you go, kind of Tuesday into Wednesday is when we're watching those showers and storms. Now, the exact pathways of heaviest rain, that's still, the models are going back and forth. These particular model runs are showing the heaviest rains up to the north, but the severe threat more in our area. Earlier model runs were a little different, so we're trying to fine-tune it all. This is playing in just as our kind of long-range forecast had indicated, maybe a couple of days early, but, that said, we kind of have to time it all out with models, and that's where the struggles come in. But I do want to take a look at our beta Futurecast. This one's going to kind of give you an idea. There's Monday evening. Now, this is interesting because it's showing an East Coast opportunity for some heavier downpours tomorrow late, and then into Tuesday, as that storm system marches in, Tuesday morning, we could be talking about some nastier storms, heavier downpours moving through the day Tuesday, and you can kind of see all the way through Tuesday evening. So Beta Futurecast is actually a bit more active than I had seen this morning on an earlier model run. Look at that. Heavy downpours, little ribbons of energy through the afternoon. That wouldn't be great. I mean, if this plays out, that would not be a great forecast at all. We are going with a healthy chance of very heavy rainfall and some stronger storms, but we'll have to see how that all plays out. In terms of rotation, these types of storms, we always want to look at all the dynamics, okay? Monday into Tuesday. It looks like, you see some of those colors of yellow showing up Tuesday morning. What that tells me is there's not a ton of rotation in the atmosphere, which is good. I'm okay with that. Let's look at the hail potential using Futurecast hail product. Through the afternoon, through the evening, it's not showing any hail concerns whatsoever. Yeah, so that's fine. That works for me. It's just going to be more of kind of a wind type event, gusty winds, and you can see the European is showing winds gusting of 40, 50 miles an hour possible on Tuesday with some of these storms that move through. So again, it's going to be an interesting weather day for us these next couple of days. But this is perhaps the most important forecast that we have because it is a holiday week ahead. So early week, we've got that storm system arriving. Monday night into Tuesday, we'll fine-tune all the timing. We'll get that all taken care of. Midweek, clearing all of the moisture out, clearing the showers and storms out, and improving conditions, cooling those temperatures, seriously cooling those temperatures. And then Christmas Eve into Christmas Day, we are looking beautiful. Yes, the temperatures will be warming, but at least we don't have to deal with any storms or snow. There's that, right? As Yukon says, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Janice says we will stay tuned to our favorite meteorologist. I'm off of work this week, but you know me. If the weather's inclement, I'm going to be with you. We'll have coffee talk just as often as I humanly can. Yeah, I will keep you up to date absolutely as much as I possibly can. It's a big deal for me to keep you updated, especially when the weather looks to be a little strong. So I had mentioned this earlier, but I just want to reiterate again, for basically the peninsula of Florida, the day on Tuesday, there's a low-end risk for severe weather. Should we be threatened? Should we be scared? Should I be hyping? No, no, no. I'm not going to hype. We're not going to be threatened. You're not going to be scared. What we need to do is just watch. All of this is telling us is that, oh, that's a day that of all these days with little rain chances, this is going to be the day that we'll have to really watch, right? This is going to be the day, all right? Yeah. So that said, because these storms are timing out, according to the models, to be early, okay, and if you kind of look at the overall setup here, that's 7 a.m. That storm system's kind of moving in. Now it's going to be give or take a few hours, but I want to make sure you know how to be warned. So I encourage everybody. Frank, my brother, says, so it might be like a summer day. Yeah, there may be better dynamics that if something wants to get stronger, it could tap into some more energy up top. But yeah, basically, it could be like a summer's day. But it just, there may be a little extra energy up in the atmosphere to feed into. But the problem is, if this gets a little slower, if this speeds up, if this is an overnight event, I always take these opportunities as opportunities to remind you. I want you to have two ways to be warned. NOAA Weather Radio with SAME technology where you can input, I live in Seminole County, I want tornado warnings only. That way it would wake you up in the middle of the night if you get a tornado warning, okay? Second thing, have weather apps. I believe there's a Red Cross tornado app, the WESH app, shameless plug, and I don't care. We've put a lot of work into this, so I'm going to plug it. On the WESH app, you can go in there and not only turn on the warnings, the watches and warnings, that's what I really want, but it'll even tell you when storms are approaching, when lightning's nearby and all that stuff, okay? This is a shameless plug, but I don't care. We worked on this. There's a lot of work in there, okay? So I don't mind promoting it because I participated. But also have a NOAA Weather Radio. Have at least two ways to be warned, okay? That's all. We'll be watching it. It's nothing for concern, but it's just a reminder that, probably should pay attention. Kind of like along the coast. You live along the Space Coast or near the Space Coast, so we have to pay attention for rocket launches and for rocket launch forecasts. Kenneth, I see you asking about it. My friend, not looking like a great launch forecast. Last night was an absolutely beautiful launch. This morning would have been great for a launch. It was a little foggy. Tuesday morning, not great for a launch, unfortunately. Yeah, we're looking at a 40% chance of good weather. Why? Because it's Tuesday. And remember, I just told you that storm system is moving in Tuesday. And as such, it may impact the launch forecast. So not overly excited about getting a launch on Tuesday. We'll have to see how it plays out. Forecast looks much better, though, for Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Frank says, I was thinking when this cycle repeats later next year, it may not be good. You're not wrong, buddy. Yeah, given where the low pressure is, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. Ryan says, I missed last night's launch by 15 minutes. I fell asleep. I fell asleep, too. I was exhausted. I was truly exhausted. Yeah. How are we doing? 9 minutes. All right. Well, listen, let me talk to you a little bit about what happened. So, very briefly, a little backstory. My father, who I have always called the mayor of DeLand, because, you know, he's salesman by trade and is just the friendliest son of a gun you've ever met, fell ill this week to COVID. And so, you know, that's not been the greatest thing. But yesterday during the morning newscast, I found out that he, while in the hospital, suffered from a massive heart attack. Yeah. So yesterday was a bit of a blur. I finished up the newscast. Jacqueline was kind enough to do weather for me during the Today Show cut-ins so that I could get out and go be with family, because we needed to just kind of figure out what's going on, what do we need to do, what can we do, and that's exactly what we did. So he's in rough shape. And my brother says, and he's a cool SOB. He is a cool dude. He really is. He's in rough shape. And he's now 24 hours after the heart attack. He's still with us and fighting. And all I can possibly do, as we've all done for each other in so many situations, is ask for your good vibes, your prayers, if that's your thing. If you just could send off good energy, I'll take that. I'll take anything that you're willing to offer. Dad would hang out with us during coffee talk every morning because he's that kind of a dad that would wake up and troll me. Not really troll me, but you know. So he was one of us and still is one of us. He just can't have his phone out right now because he's, you know, he's in rough shape. But the doctors said that, you know, being realistic, the doctors said we'll just have to wait and see how this plays out, basically. So he's 24 hours post-heart attack, fighting like hell. Because that's what he does. He's a stubborn son of a gun, you know. If you know, so many of you if you live in DeLand, odds are you've probably had a glass of wine with my father. That's just the way it is. But he's a cool dude. He's a feisty dude, and he is a stubborn dude. And so I know he's fighting just as hard as he can. So we'll, you know, I'm sending him all of my thoughts and all of my prayers, and any good vibes that you can send, I will certainly take. My mother, who is my father's ex-wife, says he is so stubborn. Yes, if you know him, you know he is stubborn but so cool. So anyway, I've always told you that I will be honest. Yesterday, I was in a bit of shock, and I couldn't do this, and I do hope that you understand. But yeah, so he's you know, as the doctor said, he's you know, this kind of a heart attack is severe for a healthy person, but somebody who's also battling COVID, it certainly adds to it. So any thoughts, any prayers that you can send, I will take all of them directed to my father. I will take it all. Anything that you can give, all the good vibes. And I trust in the doctors and the physicians and the science. And so, yeah, that's where I was yesterday. Certainly, I'm at work today and I'm tracking the weather, and it is a nice thing to do because I do love doing this, but my Father is certainly weighing on my heart and on my mind. And so I appreciate you hanging with me. I appreciate you listening. And for those sending the good vibes, for those sending the prayers, I appreciate you being part of my family. Dad was a part of our little Coffee Talk family, and we are always so great at rallying when we need it, and I'll take it. I'll take all of that. So anyway, thank you so very much for being the sunshine in my day this morning. I could certainly... That's kind of the neat thing about this little group, right? We pick each other up when we need it, and I could use some of that sunshine today. At times today, I've certainly faked the smile and faked the excitement of everything because it's a tough one. It's a tough one, and so you have picked me up this morning, and I certainly appreciate it. And I hope that we've been able to pick you up at other times. So thank you very much. All right. Let's talk about that forecast before I go. Today, a couple of showers, 83. Tomorrow, a few showers. Because of a cool front, temperatures won't be quite as warm. I do want you to pay attention Tuesday. I will tell you this. God willing, I will be with you and keeping everything up to date on Tuesday. If I have any ability to be with you, which I should be, I will be tracking the weather. God forbid something else happens, then we'll deal with it from there. But Tuesday, expect thunderstorms around, and then for Wednesday and Thursday, it gets chilly. Highs in the upper 60s Wednesday. Jacket weather, yes. Morning lows in the 40s on Thursday. Jacket weather, yes. For Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, there's your Friday and Saturday. 70s, morning lows in the 40s and 50s. It's pretty nice. I'll pretty much take it. Yeah. I also want to thank Jacqueline for being willing to do the weather this morning if need be. I'm so darn happy that Dad is doing as okay as he can right now. Jason Guy was willing to come in and anchor so that Jacqueline could do weather so that I could have the day off, but I did not want to bother and mess around with people if I didn't have to. So I'm grateful to be here with you because that means that no news is good news, all right? Thank you for all of your positivity. I take it in my heart and I feel it, and we're all sending it back over to my old man. All right? Be the sunshine in someone else's day. You've certainly done that for me. Thank you. I will see you on TV in a couple of minutes, and have a great, great Sunday. Thank you, guys.